as always. But yesterday, the first game started off so hot. I'm thinking we're going to see exactly the same thing today, and it's just going to continue to get better and better up to that final game where we finally get to crown our champions.
Reese, don't even mention heat. Right now in the UK, the sun is shining, the weather's sweet. I'm excited for some Fortnite. You know what I mean? I'm just excited for some Fortnite. It kind of hurts that this is the final day, right? Because you want it to continue. If it could just go on endlessly, I would do that. But it is the final day. We are going to be crowning champions. And, you know, Zeke, like you said, potentially back-to-back champions. Who knows? I'm getting ahead of myself. But look, can't wait for the games.
Oh, man, we're going to get there in just a little bit. The battle bus is getting all warmed up for us. So let's talk about a few things before we take our seats. Now, as you guys know, we're starting the day off in Europe. We've got 6 matches here. If you like what you're watching, then don't forget NA East later on in the day. 6 matches. NA West is our final stop for the last 6, and that will close Chapter 2, Season 6. Now, let's take a look at the overall tournament format bracket. What has led us to this moment in time? Open qualifier rounds, semifinals rounds, a reboot round, and now finals. Yesterday, 6 matches. Today will be the last 6. Reese, this is it. We've got our 33 trios, the very best of the best, and this is that last shot at greatness.
We do indeed. And if you want to know how our top 33 teams made it here, you can see on the left the full way of how they qualified here. So 3, obviously, all full breakdown. 2 days of competition, like we've already mentioned. We saw already 6 games yesterday. There will be 6 games today. We will be recapping yesterday's 6 games a little bit later as well. So look out for that. Remember, these points will be cumulative. So over the 6 games yesterday, those points will carry forward to today, and it'll be the total points who will be crowned our champions. And that's it. Not only are they champions, they managed to get the Axe of Champions as well for placing first. And obviously, beautiful prize money from the top all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, and these next 6 games is a race to be on top at that end so you can get that Axe of Champions. We've seen some crazy things over the past couple of weeks. Even yesterday, right, we've seen crazy games happen. First game of the day, a 54-point game from No Riley, Reason, and Badil, right? They had a victory royale with 12 eliminations, you know, plenty of points up for grabs. And, you know, we're eventually going to show you guys the leaderboards, but, you know, spoiler alert, there are fine margins, very fine margins. So the ability to just collect points in any way possible is going to be huge for the games today.
Man, and we cannot forget what's on the line. Prize money across 7 regions, but deep in EU, the prize money is absolutely insane. $300,000 for the trio that comes out on top. That final trio left standing, but they will also take home the Axe of Champions. If you've never heard me say it before, well, guess what? It's gold, baby. We've digitized it, we put it in Fortnite, and created a pickaxe that only champions can wield. That's right. There's only 3 in game at the moment, and only your trio's champions can take hold of them in every single one of these regions. Now, speaking of these regions, guess what? Yesterday in Middle East, we got to crown the first set of champions, but Asia and OCE, their games are done, which means it's time to crown new champions there in both of these regions. So, congratulations, Alan, Shamoki, and Force, 294 points, 2 victory royales, 53 eliminations, and Reese, an average placement of 11.33.
Yeah, these guys were really impressive across all the 12 games, across the 2 days we had, because Asia was probably one of the closest regions coming out of the end of that first day total. There was, I think, 11 points, maybe 20 points between first all the way down till 12th. And look who was in the first place. It was Alan, Shamoki, and Force at the end of first day. And they managed to just maintain that all the way through, placing first into the final game. And they are now our champions. So huge congratulations to these guys.
And as we take a look at the top 10 for the day, or for the 2 days at Asia, it's important to note, right, the top 3 in every single region's finals at the end of the 2 days will auto qualify for the next season's finals. So you can take a look there in second place, Signal, Fousey, Josiah. They will auto qualify and they will be playing together, as long as assuming they stick with each other, right? As soon as they split up. In the next final, same thing could be said for Ragus, Moffin, and Curran. And Moffin, right, he won FNTS 2 seasons ago. This season only able to get third, but look, they have another shot to play in next season's finals, and I'm sure he'll be looking to reclaim that axe.
Yeah, hey, I'm not going to complain about a third by any means, but if we move over to OCE, our other region that's already wrapped up as well. Muzz, Looter, and Speedy, the TNA trio, are now 2 times champions. That is back-to-back champions. They won last season in Season 5. They've come back in Season 6. And yes, 2-time champions. So what an accomplishment from these guys. They basically did it in exactly the same format as well. They were roughly 40 points behind at the end of day 1 and managed to have a huge comeback. And when you see the leaderboards, you'll see how far ahead they ended up being. Incredible performance from the TNA trio.